Now that you understand your needs, let's talk about the fun part, your wants. And here's the beautiful thing about the 50-30-20 budget. You get to enjoy your life. You get 30% of your income to spend on whatever makes you happy. In the last video, we broke down your needs. Today, we're diving into your wants. This is the 30% that goes toward entertainment, dining out, hobbies, subscriptions, shopping, and anything that brings you joy but isn't essential for survival. And here's what most people get wrong. They think budgeting means deprivation. They think budgeting means never having fun. That's completely wrong. A good budget like the 50-30-20 actually gives you permission to enjoy your money guilt-free. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much money you can spend on your wants without derailing your financial goals. Let's go. First, let's define what a want actually is. A want is something you would like to have or do, but you do not need it to survive. It's not essential for basic functioning. If you had zero money for this category, would you be okay? Would you still have shelter, food, and transportation? If the answer is yes, then it's a want. Wants include entertainment, movies, streaming services, concerts, vacations, hobbies, going out, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, social events, shopping, clothes beyond basics, accessories, gadgets, toys, collectibles, subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, magazines, apps, gifts, presents for other people, donations, charitable giving, personal care, haircuts, nails, massages, spa treatments beyond basic hygiene, dining out, coffee, eating at restaurants, food delivery services, takeout, hobbies, gaming, sports, crafts, music, art supplies, travel, vacations, weekend trips, day trips, luxury items, upgraded versions of things, premium brands, designer products, social life, going out with friends, parties, celebrations, entertainment. These are wants. They're not bad. They're not something to feel guilty about. They're how you enjoy your life. The key is spending the right amount on them. Now here's where people mess up. They spend way too much on wants and then wonder why they have no money left for savings. They rationalize their wants by calling them needs or by telling themselves they deserve it because they work hard. And yes, you do deserve to enjoy your life, but you also deserve financial security and peace of mind. Let me show you what too many wants looks like. Someone earns $500 a month, but they spend $150 on eating out, $100 on subscriptions and entertainment, $50 on shopping and gadgets, and $40 on social activities. That's $340 in 1 month. That's 68% of their income going to wants. What's left? $160. And they're supposed to cover needs and savings with $160. That's impossible. They end up cutting corners on food or going into debt. But when you follow the 50-30-20 budget and keep wants at 30%, everything changes. You have enough for needs. You have guilt-free spending money for wants, and you have money for savings. You actually build wealth while still enjoying your life. So how do you know if something is a want or a need? Here's the test. Would you survive without it? Would your health be at risk? Would you lose your home? Would you go hungry? If the answer is no to all of these, it's a want. But here's the gray zone. A gym membership. Is that a want or a need? Technically, a gym membership is a want. You can exercise for free by walking, running, or following YouTube videos. But your physical and mental health are important, so I understand if someone puts gym in their budget as semi-essential. Eating out. Is that a want or a need? You need food. You don't need to eat at restaurants. So eating out is definitely a want, but it's also a quality of life expense. You can include it in your wants budget if you budget for it consciously. Internet service. You need to communicate, and internet is almost essential in the modern world. But you don't need the fastest internet plan. The basic plan is a need. The premium plan is a want. The line between needs and wants can be blurry, but the rule is simple. If you're not sure, ask yourself, can I survive without this? If yes, it's a want. Now let's look at real examples. Say you earn $500 a month. 50% goes to needs, which is $250. 30% goes to wants, which is $150. Here's how that $150 might break down. Eating out and food delivery, $30. Maybe you treat yourself to eating out once or twice a week. Streaming services, $15. Netflix or Spotify or other subscriptions. Shopping and gadgets, $30. Maybe new clothes, small tech items, or things for your hobby. Entertainment and hobbies, $40. Movies, games, books, craft supplies. Social activities and fun, $20. Going out with friends, small celebrations, activities. Going to a cafe or coffee shop, $15. Total wants equals $150. That leaves you with $100 for savings. See, by being intentional about your wants, you can enjoy your life and save money. Now let's look at someone earning $800 a month. 50% goes to needs, which is $400. 30% goes to wants, which is $240. Here's the breakdown. Eating out and food delivery, $60. A bit more freedom to eat out or order in. Streaming services, $30. Multiple subscriptions because you have more budget. Shopping and gadgets, $60. More room for clothes and purchases. Entertainment and hobbies, $60. Maybe a nicer hobby or more frequent entertainment. Social activities, $20. Cafe and coffee, $10. Total total wants equals $240. This leaves $160 for savings. Notice what happened? With more income, your wants didn't double. They only went up by $90. Your savings increased by $120. This is the power of the 50-30-20 budget. Now let me show you the biggest mistakes people make with wants. Mistake number 1. They don't track their want spending. They think they spend $30 a month on eating out, but they actually spend $80. They lose track because they make small impulse purchases and forget to count them. Solution: use an app to track spending. Check your credit card statements. Write down everything. Know your numbers. Mistake number 2. They spend on wants before paying themselves. They pay their needs, and then they spend on wants, and then there's nothing left for savings. The right order is needs first, then savings, then wants. When you save first, you're less likely to overspend on wants. Mistake number 3. They have emotional spending. They feel sad or stressed, and they spend money to feel better. Shopping becomes therapy. This is called retail therapy, and it can destroy your budget. If you find yourself doing this, address the underlying emotion instead of buying stuff. Mistake number 4. They spend on status symbols. They buy expensive brands or luxury items to impress other people or feel good about themselves. A luxury handbag, designer shoes, or expensive watch might make you feel good for a day, but it doesn't change your life. Meanwhile, you're not saving for your future. Mistake number 5. They have subscriptions they forgot about. Netflix, Spotify, gym membership, magazine subscriptions, app subscriptions. $50 here, $20 there. By the end of the month, you've spent $150 on subscriptions you barely use. Go through your bank statement right now. How many subscriptions are you paying for that you don't actively use? Cancel them today. If your wants are more than 30%, here are practical ways to reduce them. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Go through your credit card statement and list every subscription. Delete apps, log out of accounts, call and cancel. You'll be surprised how much money you save. Reduce eating out. Cooking at home is cheaper than eating out. Even if you eat out once a week instead of 3 times a week, you save $100 a month. Set a budget for eating out, like 1 meal a week, and stick to it. Find free entertainment. Instead of going to movies or concerts, watch free content at home. Instead of shopping, go for walks. Instead of paid hobbies, find free alternatives. Hiking, reading library books, online classes, YouTube tutorials. Set a shopping budget. Instead of random shopping when you feel like it, set a specific monthly budget. Maybe $50 a month for clothes and gadgets. When it's gone, it's gone. No more shopping that month. Unfollow influencers. Social media influencers make you want to buy things you don't need. Unfollow people who encourage you to spend money on status symbols. Follow people who inspire you to save, invest, and build wealth instead. Find a hobby that doesn't cost money. Gaming costs money. Photography costs money. But reading library books is free. Walking is free. Drawing is free if you have paper. Volunteering is free. Learning is free if you use YouTube. Here's the honest truth. The 30% for wants is meant to be flexible. If you go over 30% one month because of a special occasion or a one-time expense, that's okay. The goal is to average 30% over time, not to be perfect every single month. If you're at 35% one month and 25% the next month, that averages out to 30%. That's fine. But if you're consistently over 30%, you need to make a change. Either cut back on wants, increase your income, or adjust your budget. The 50-30-20 split is a target, not a prison. You can adjust it if your life circumstances change. Here's a real situation. Let's say you calculated your wants and you're spending 40% of your income on them. That's 10% over budget. You have some options. Option 1, increase your income. Get a side hustle. Ask for a raise. Start a small business. With more income, 40% might feel more comfortable. Option 2, reduce your wants. Look at the categories we discussed. Which ones are the biggest? Eating out, subscriptions, shopping. Make small changes. Reduce eating out by 2 times a week. Cancel 3 subscriptions. Set a shopping budget. These small cuts add up. Option 3, adjust your percentages. Instead of 50-30-20, maybe you go 50-35-15. You save a bit less, but you enjoy your life more. It's not ideal, but it works for some people. Option 4, a combination. Reduce wants by 5%, increase income by 5%. Small changes add up. Here's what I want you to do this week. First, look at your last month of credit card and bank statements. Write down every single purchase in the wants category. Be honest. Second, add them up. What's your total want spending? Third, calculate your percentage. Want spending divided by your monthly income equals your percentage. Fourth, compare it to 30%. Are you under, over, or on target? If you're over, identify your biggest wants categories. Where is most of your money going? Fifth, make a plan. Pick 1 or 2 categories to cut back on. Maybe it's eating out, subscriptions, or shopping. Sixth, set a goal. This month, I will reduce my wants to 35%. Next month, 33%, and eventually 30%. The key is to make small changes consistently. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional. That's your 30%. Your wants are how you enjoy your life. Get this right, and you're living the 50-30-20 budget perfectly. Remember, you don't have to live like a monk. You don't have to give up every pleasure. The 50-30-20 budget gives you permission to spend 30% spend on whatever makes you happy, as long as you're taking care of your needs and your savings. If this video helped, please like it. Subscribe for new videos every Monday and Thursday. And drop a comment. What's your biggest wants expense? Is it eating out, subscriptions, shopping? Let me know. And remember, you deserve to enjoy your life. You also deserve financial security. The 50-30-20 budget gives you both. I'll see you in the next video where we talk about the final 30%, your savings. That's where the real wealth building happens.